That's fine, no problem. Sorry, I couldn't able to record this one, so I'm recording now. Okay, I got the point. So you are saying like these all are your users, right? Right? Yeah.
I'm
I'm
sorry,
trying to see
Kumar,
these all are your company users. You are trying to say, correct?
I can hear you, Kumar.
Okay. So that's the reason what I'm saying in the sense I have created the iTotal as our company.
Right.
Okay. And I think anyhow VG has created GD01. So I'll do one thing. I'll try to rename it. Something like you tell me any location if you want to have it. Let's go with one warehouse concept. So just let me know what you want me to use it. Is it okay, GD001?
Maybe we can create a new one, Kumar. I don't know. Maybe
create it. It's not a problem. I don't want to have extra things in the system so that you will feel more confused. That's the reason I'm just trying to say. If you want to rename it, I can rename it, or if you want to create a new one, I can create a new one. So I'll create one thing. I'll create IT 001. This is my organization. IT 01. iTotal 01. This is my organization. If you want to give any of your address, you can give it. I'm giving it as a distribution center. Like if you want to give any details, you can give it. Okay. And here we are going to use the like you can. These star fields are nothing but the mandatory information, and you can include your parent organization like iTotal, whatever it is. Just save it. Okay. So I'll try to create my user so that it will be, I'll be using, so let me copy the same thing. You can, this is the button to copy it. Okay. If you want, you can enter, like I'll try to create my user. I'll try to create my, so if sometimes whatever you have been created, if it is not showing as I told you, right? So my suggestion to you is just refresh the page. First of all, close that screen. If it is working fine, that's fine. If not, refresh it. Till it is not working fine, then I suggest you to log out and re-log in. Okay. There are some internal the system will log in. If sometimes it may work, it may not work. Now it might show your facility code. Okay. You keep your company as iTotal. Okay. Now try to see the password required. I'm giving my password as A-T-01. Welcome. Okay, this is my password. I'm trying to save it. It does not belong to the user facility. Let me see. Shift. So for each facility, if you want to have a shift, by default it is taking DC01, I think. IT01. So I think it's taking by default DC01. Okay, that's fine. I'll try to take DC01 only to me. I don't know why it is giving this kind of issue. I'll try to check this issue, why it is giving this issue. Usually it should not give it, but let me check why it is giving. duplicate value violates unique constraint, CW user, universal ID, key detail, key company ID and university ID, one already exists. Okay. I will try to see this one, no problem. So that's how you try to create your users and you will try to create your menu and companies. Okay. And the main configuration
Sorry,
of
menu,
our
Kumar. So menu, where
sorry.
did you create here? Menu?
Yeah, I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. See,
Okay.
what is mean by so for every user, by default, you are attaching some group, correct? So that
Yeah.
that user, whoever is the group, that group will be having a menus. Okay. If you go and see whatever the groups he has been having the access, if you just click on these groups, you will come to know what are the groups that are been attached to it. Okay. So if you go to the groups, you will find out, yeah, you will be having something called group configuration. So this is how the groups has been created. So this is your menu actually. This is your UI menu and RF menu should be there. But by any chance, like you got a RF details, Genibio or Margarita, in the same way, whatever you are having here, you will be also having the RF actually.
Kumar,
So,
Kumar,
yeah.
Kumar.
Let me try to see if this is working. It is not working.
Kumar.
Yeah, please, Senibio.
I'm sorry, man. I miss you. I miss you. Honestly,
No. What I'm trying to say is, see, usually as I told you, right, in Logfire you'll be having UI screen and RF screen. RF is nothing but the device which you'll be using in your warehouse, right? So that device URL also will be available. See, this is the UI URL will be there. In the same way, you will be having the RF.
Kumar,
RF.
I don't know if it's my computer, but I can hear you well.
Okay, so how do you got these credentials? You got from your company?
Okay.
This one. How you got this link?
I didn't understand. I'm sorry. Could you please?
No. This link, the Logfire application link, right? The Logfire application link. Okay, let me make you understand. So this is the link is there, right? This link you call it as a UI link, user interface. This is a link. In the same way, somewhere you will be having like RF, which will be using to log in into RF. So I can say like RF underscore this one, or maybe test underscore RF. In this way, you will be having some link for RF gun.
Okay.
Okay. So that RF link is, I'm asking you whether that RF link is available with you or not.
It should be.
If not, can you check from your side whether it is available or not?
Let me check. I think it should be okay, but I have not the link. But let me check, please.
Yeah, please check it. Okay. By default, so the same credentials will also work for RF. So this is the actual execution screen you will be having. Just check from your end. Okay. Yeah. So when I said menu, you'll be having something called menu. This is the menu. So how you can see here, right? This is an RF menu which you have been created. If you want to test this RF menu, you need to have the RF link, so that when you open the RF device with that link, you can see different menus whatever been created. So here, this is you called as I told you, right? It is a UI, and this you called as an RF. So the different menus that are configured, the different screens. So when I say this is a menu, and in this menu, this is a detail button you call it as. If you click on detail, you'll be getting the different screens that are being configured. So these are the standard screens. So now all these screens are coming up here in the sense just because of it. So these all things are assigned to one menu. Which menu? log file super user UI menu, and this menu is assigned to the user. If you see the Transmel administrator, this user, if you go and see here, by default you will be having some, go and click on groups, it has accessibility of everything, but here you need, if you are going to give it that group, let's suppose if you are giving that default group, this is my default group, then you can able to access all these screens, because as these are administrator role things, it will come, but for a normal user it will not come. So in the same way, for an employee, for a super user, for a warehouse operation guy, you'll create different menus so that they will be having those configurations only. So let me try to create a different menu. Let me try to create a different menu, and I'll try to add that menu to user. Okay, let me create a different menu here. So I'm creating like IT01. So I'm saying like iTotal employee, or I can say receiver. So typically what a receiver will be having the access? Can someone tell me? Typically what a receiver will be having the access? In warehouse receiver. Guys, you can help me.
Warehouse receiver, right?
Yeah. Typically, if you want to give an access to a warehouse user, what kind of access you will provide? What kind of screen he might can access? We can discuss one or two screens, not more than that. Okay. Let's suppose it's a warehouse.
Order for sure, purchase order, so he can
Right.
always.
Right. So let's suppose if a warehouse receiver is nothing but, who is a receiver? The person who receives the material, you call it as the receiver in the warehouse, correct? So if he wants to receive some material, there could be two ways of receiving the material. There are basically three ways to receive the material, correct? So one is through a purchase order, another is that through ASN, and the third thing is maybe internal shipments, correct? So here,
What is
these
internal?
are internal sales order, you call it as. If you have two different organizations within your company, two facilities, if you are getting one more order, the order from your another child facility, that you call it as internal order.
Okay,
Okay.
so it is like
So
internal
that internal shipment. Yeah. So here, typically, if I want to give an access to the user, so I need to have the access for the purchase order, the UI perspective. So every time you need to go into detail and you need to enter. This is the screen. Okay. And then if you want to see under this menu, if you want to create any sub menu, you can insert sub menu. If you click on this, it will create some insert. It will create one sub menu. Okay. If you want to create under that, if you want to create it. Okay. So if you want to delete this one, you can delete here by deleting node. If you want to insert another screen, so here the ASN screen you call it as an IB shipment. Okay. I think IB shipment is not available here. Let me see what is the screen name for IB shipment. It is not configured. But no problem. I'll try to create a couple of screens. Basically, they wants to have the inbound loads. Whatever, let's suppose if you want to see the inbound loads, if you have seen right under purchase order, if you want to create a new menu, you are trying, the system is allowing you to create it. Okay. Yeah, you are saying something?
Yes, Kumar. You know what? Maybe in Margarita's case, we need to explain here some concepts like what is RF, you know, because she is new
RF.
area.
Proceed new area.
Yeah, Margarita is new on this area, so maybe if you can please explain some concepts like what does RF mean, or what does it how does it
Yeah,
work?
I'll tell you. I got your point, what you're trying to say. Okay. See, usually RF device. Okay. See, usually in warehouse, this you called as an RF gun, correct? RF device, correct? Have you ever seen this RF devices?
Hmm. Yes.
Okay. This RF devices you called as an RF is nothing but radio frequency handheld scanners. Usually, most of the company will be using Motorola, and they might be having a version called 9900. Okay. So RF handheld scanners. So here the shortcut we are calling them as RF guns. You can call it as a gun because you can handle it, right? So that's the reason you will be calling it as a gun. So in warehouse perspective, usually you will be having two screens. That's what I'm trying to say. One is this is a desktop screen, which you in warehouse you'll be having a desktop. Usually this access will be there for the manager, who will daily see how many purchase orders are there, how many sales orders are there, how many resources are available, how many tasks has to be generated, how many works I need to complete today. These kind of access, which warehouse warehouse manager can have, and the receiver can also have. But the receiver or employee will be having a very less access. But when coming to RF, what I'm trying to say is RF is nothing but when you go to warehouse, right? See, someone physically has to execute some task. If someone has to receive, let's suppose if it is a big warehouse, which is of some 10,000 SFT. Every time it is not that much easy for the employee to take the material, go to the desktop, enter the quantity, again keep the material into the required location in the warehouse, correct? That's the reason for a simplified process, they will be using this RF gun. So whenever you are receiving a material, they'll take this box. If that is a cartonization they are using, they'll take the box. Or if they are not using any cartonization, they'll simply, what they will do, they will scan the item, whichever is coming. They'll paste the label on the item box. They will scan it. They will receive it. And once they receive it, they will, so it is with your internal Wi-Fi, with your internal internet connectivity, this application, this RF and the UI will be in the sync. Whatever the transaction which you do in the RF, that will automatically is in sync with your UI system. Okay, is it so? In this will be using for all your warehouse transaction. Let's suppose if you want to receive any material, by using this RF scan, you will scan based with what? Barcode. This is your barcode, correct? If you want to receive any of your items, you will be using with this RF gun. If you want to pick any items in the warehouse, that will be also displayed here. So that's the reason. If you want to configure it, if you want to receive it, then what you need to have the screen. You need to have the menu here. If you see the RF gun, you will be having the menu here, correct? If you just go and see here, these are our menus. What menu you want to select. So this menu is what I'm going to create here. That's what I'm trying to create. So once, if this user is there, this is a UI one, and I will also create the RF one. So UI is nothing but the person. Let's suppose if I'm giving the access for that user with this menu configuration, what happens here is that user can only see this screen, only this screen, not only purchase order screen, not all these things. Okay. So this RF is nothing but a scanning gun which you will execute here. Usually in Logfire you will get two links, instance links. This is a UI link, and another you will get RF link. Probably you can check within your organization, they will give the RF link also to you. If you get the RF link, the screen will be different, and that is more similar to this. That's what I'm trying to say. This is the execution screen. This is the definition screen. Is your doubt has been clarified, Margarita or Senibio?
Yes, thank you.
Yes, it's very clear. Thank you, man.
Yeah, if you are not, sorry, Margarita, please tell me.
It is me, Vichi.
Hello, Margarita.
Yes, it's Vijay.
Yeah, Vijay, I think there is some background noise from your side. Air or something is coming. Yeah, please tell me, Vijay. What is your doubt?
Agustin, you have some questions?
The fan.
No, I have no questions, Senor.
Okay.
It's clear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So, the question to me is, from me is the RF device you have shown that menus, right? So those menus are coming from the configuration that we do in this application.
Correct. That's what I'm trying to say. Now I will show you that how it happens. That's the reason I told you, right? I'm creating only one screen. I have created one menu, receiver, and I have added only one screen. Okay. Now we will test this one. We'll add this screen to any of your user. Okay. Let me see. I'll go to this user. Let's suppose I have created a user for Senibio.
Add it to the group, right? No.
Yeah, I'll add it. That's what I'm saying. Just give me a minute. Okay. Now I'm trying to create a group. I'll try to create one more group calling like iTotal. Okay. Here I'll try to give. So as I told you, right, if it is not coming up, your first step will be close that menu configuration, group configuration screens, and again try to group configuration screen. Okay. And then again try to give here. Just see it comes up. So this is a small thing. What I'm doing in the sense for iTotal, I'm creating a warehouse inbound. I'm saying inbound or warehouse. I can say like receive. Okay, receiver group, receiving group, or inbound group, whatever you say. Inbound receiver. Okay, or else I can say like warehouse employee. So this is a better option, I think. So this is a warehouse employee group. I'm trying to add the UI here. So this is my UI. Okay. So usually I need to add the RF also. If I want to test the RF, I can create anyhow I can create a RF menu for the this employee. Let me create the RF menu, but I can see only the RF menu when I have the RF link with me. Okay. So I will also create the let me try to create the menu configuration. So let me also create RF also, so that it will be easy. So let me give this something like RF. So I'm selecting here like what? RF text. Just save it. So just for my understanding, I'll try to give this as a UI so that it will be easy for me to understand. Just save it. Okay. Now you exit from this organization, this screens. Again, come back to your group. So this is a hierarchy you need to follow. First of all, the use. Yeah, please tell me.
Yeah. So there you have mentioned. Okay. RF menu. Okay.
Yeah, I'm mentioning RF menu, but once RF link is available, you can see this. Okay. But for this RF menu also, whichever the configuration we have done it, so this is an RF related thing, right? So let me quickly add one screen here. Okay. So let me add a screen here. Let's suppose let me add like receive. I don't know whether they have been created any receive or not. See, here they have created something like receive ASN. Okay. So let me create the receiving ASN. So I'll add this receiving ASN. So usually what kind of receiver what kind of activities he will do? he will receive the material, he will do the put away. So any guys, are you aware like what is meant by a put away? Are you aware what is meant by a put away? Okay.
Put away is
basically,
nothing but you. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, please. Tell me.
So put away, after you receive, you have to put it back to the racks, to designated racks or designated area, right?
Right. Yeah. So basically, in warehouse inbound perspective, you will be having two things. One is to receive, then is to do the put away. Okay. So put away is nothing but storing the material in its right place. So there are two kind of put aways that you call it as a directed put away and manual put away. What is meant by a directed put away in the sense? This will be run by some rules called put away rules. That configuration we will see going forward. So what is meant by the word put away in the sense? Putting the material in the designated location of that item, or putting an item where you want to store that item in certain place or a location, that you call it as a put away. Okay. So this is the activity usually what inbound will happen. Okay. So I have created this. If I wanted to test it, I need to test with one user. So what I will do in the sense, just let me refresh the screen. For this Cenibio user, what I'm going to do in the sense, I will try to add the group.
Okay.
Default group. I think it is not coming. 1 second. So Cenibio, you know what is the password I have given yesterday to you?
Yes, sir. Is the letter CS, capital letters?
Letter CS
01.
Yeah.
Add welcome. Welcome.
All small letters, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. We will test with your user. So I'm giving the default group as iTotal warehouse employee. Just save it. Okay, I'm saving it. Now let me log out from this application. So if you want to log out, see by default for some users, if you want to log out, just click on logout button. This is the logout button which you usually have. So I'm using Cenibio.
No,
is this correct?
No, it's CENO. Right.
Okay. Cenibio. And just I'm trying to give this password.
Okay.
So let me try to save your username as well. Why it is coming up? It should not come. 1 second, please. There are little bugs in the system. Probably. Okay, I have given the default menu. Let me keep him as an employee. Let me log out and re-log in. Let me try to see. See, if you try to type any of the screen now, is it coming to you? Even if you try to create a user also, it is not coming. Earlier it came. Correct? Yes or no? Just try to access any menu. You are getting only one menu. Is it correct? Hello?
Yes.
Okay.
Hello, Vijay or Margarita or Augustine, please speak if you are not following me, or say yes if you are following me.
I can follow you, but I was just trying to see you created one RF menu, right? So that one,
As I told you, Vijay, that will work in a different link. If NBO or Margarita is going to provide me the RF link, it will.
Yes.
That is a different link. That is a gun. That is a gun that usually will be another link. There we need to log in. So as I told you, right, as the way we have logged here, we need to log in there also to see that menu.
okay.
That
So
was the requesting. Yeah.
okay. So meanwhile, we get that. You also mentioned that the menu for the RF is same in the similar. We have to create it in the similar way as we created for the user UI, right?
Correct. The same way. You will create the creation of.
Naming it as RF menu and UI menu. That's all. That's for our identification.
It's not only for identification. If you see the menu type, there will be, if you have seen, the menu type will be UI, HTML, and RF text.
Yes,
That is the differentiation between RF menu and UI menu. Okay.
Okay,
So
sure.
here, so Senibir, are you clear? So this is how you are restricting a warehouse user. So Senibio is a warehouse resource receiving user, whom I'm just giving him the access for only purchase order he can screen. He can see only purchase orders, not more than that. So this is how in a warehouse, this menu and groups will give you the accessibility. This menu and groups will give you the accessibility to restrict the users to certain extent.
Okay, yes, I got you, Kumar. So that is the way you can define the access, right?
Yes, correct. That's what I'm saying.
Good.
So in this way, you can differentiate it. Like let's suppose in warehouse, you might be having a different kind of people. So let me give an example. Let me try to open a Excel to make it more clear to you. Okay. If you take this one, let's suppose in your warehouse, you will be having different roles. You will be having a warehouse super user, warehouse manager, warehouse employee. Correct? So when I say employee, it could be or maybe if your organization is very big, in this employee also you will say yourself, like if you are distinguishing the employees like receiver and picker or shipper, if your organization is in such a different way. So let's suppose I can say it's a picker or shipper. Okay. So let me say a screen. Let me say super user. Here I'm getting a screen. I'm just trying to give an example to be more clear to you. See, a purchase order is a screen. Okay, and sales or order header, I can say order header or sales order, whatever you can say. I'm giving an example. In Lockheed terminology, you call it as the order header, but in general terminology, you call it as sales order. Okay. So let's suppose if you want to receive any purchase order, whether warehouse super user want to have an access? Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. And no.
No.
Because you are segregating your employees as picker and receiver, you don't need him to have the access for the purchase order, because this fellow is involved only in picking and shipping it. He doesn't involve in the receiving it. And in the same way, if in case of sales order, if you want to give an access to all these people, yes. Sorry, here it will be no, because he will be only involved into the side of inbound, and here he will be involved into the side of outbound. So these are the different users which are having with different menus. Got it? And these are the different screens. These are the different screens which you are having for a different area where you are trying to give an access. So this yes, no, or something, whatever it is, these are the configuration or the screen access which you are providing to those specific users or specific group of users. Okay, did you understood this?
Yes, I do.
In the same logic, I'm trying to create the menu and groups in such a way that it can be accessible for these people. Okay, this is how I'm trying to. So if you take in this way, I have created an employee called receiver, which receiver will be having a UI and RF access, and in UI he is accessing only purchase order screen, but not the sales order screen. That's how I have created this menu or a group. Is it clear now?
Yes, sir. It's clear for me.
Okay, all right. That's fine. Thank you. Thanks for understanding my pain. Okay, so this is how usually you will try to create the configuration. Let me again go to my Transmal user, the administrator user. So this is how you will do the testing for your site. So this is how you will create your company facilities, your users, your menus, and your groups. Any question on this? Once we get RF, we will also see how you will handle it in RF. Okay, I will make you aware how to work in RF also. Okay. Now the second thing. Yeah. So now the major configuration is of screens. What all the screens you will be having? Sorry, I'm hearing some background noise. Agustin? Yeah. Thank you. If you see, these many different screens are available. If you see, there are 6 pages with 25 number. So it means almost 150 screens that are available in Logfire. You can access 150 screens. But is this 150 screens are really needed for you or not? It's up to you. It's a mix of RF screens. It's a mix of RF screens and as well the UI screens. If you want to see only UI screens, these are like almost 100 are there. These all are UI screens. Okay. And if you want to have the RF screens, these are the different screens you will be having in RF. Okay. So when you say RF is nothing but execution system. As I told you now, RF device will have these all different. Once we have availability, don't get panic or something. You are missing out something. You're not missing out anything. Once we get that link, also we will test all those details. I'll show you all the details. Don't worry about it. So the major thing here is why we came to this screens is nothing but by default Oracle is providing 150 screens in UI and RF for your warehouse operations in different cases. Depends upon your warehouse need. But what I'm trying to say here is, if let's suppose there are certain kind of warehouse that don't need all those screens. So for those areas, you will be generating your own screen. Let's suppose you have the screen name called directed put away LPN, but you don't want to have the screen name in that way. You want to have only directed put away. Okay, and the way to generate the screens is by clicking on this. So these are the, if you click on this generate screen, these are the different screens, RF and UI screens that are available in Logfire. If some screens, so unless and until you click on generate screen here, it is not going to come here. If you are generating your screen for 2 times, then it will give you a screen name with this one, saying in brackets and give the number 1. So it means like assign to manifest is already there. Okay. If you want to test it, you can test it. Let me try to give my username like assign, correct? Assign to manifest. So it will be already there, but it is not showing here. But if you, the key step here is by default these are coming with the Logfire application. But if you want to delete all these things, or maybe if you want to ignore it because these are the by default prerequisites that are coming up. But if you want to have a different name, you can create a different name. Okay. Let's suppose in my case, I can say like the screen is IB. So here you will be, here typically you have the product, screen type, module and screen name. Product is nothing but by default the product is WMS, and screen type is nothing but whether it is a UI or RF. And the module name is nothing but this is a module name, whether it is a users related or whether it is UI based or thing. Screen name is whatever the name you want to give it, you can give it. In my perspective, I'm saying, yeah, let's just 1 second. Let's suppose if you go and see here order. Let me quickly finish my slide. Let's suppose okay, if you take the order header, you are saying like order header, but I want a different screen name called sales order, because in my business they call it as a sales orders, not the order header or something. As per my terminology, I can change this. I can edit the screen name and I can change like myself as a sales order, so that your screen will display as sales order. Okay.
Okay.
So this is how our screens will be available. If I want to give a trial to generate one screen, let me generate one screen. Let me generate one screen. Okay. Because we don't have, see, if you have an RF, you can generate these things. But but if I want to test it, I want to use only UI because I have a UI screen. Okay. So let me go and see. I want to generate some screen. Let me see the screen which is not available. Let me see if any appointment is available. Yeah, I think appointment is available. Let me see IBLPNs. IBLPNs is available. No, we don't have any screen called IBLPN. So let me generate a screen IBLPN. So this is your option to generate the number of screens you want to generate as per your business need. So my business need, I want to generate IBLPNs. What is meant by IBLPN? It is nothing but an inbound LPN.
Inbound?
You know, inbound LPN, license plate number.
LPN.
License plate number. All the warehouse transaction will happen by using the LPN concept. Yeah, are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, actually I got connected from my mobile, that got disconnected, but that's fine. Yeah, if I want to generate some screen, let's suppose if I want to generate some screen called item barcodes, because as it is a by default I don't have a screen called item barcodes. Now let me try to create a screen item barcodes. Okay, this is a UI screen. I'm generating this. So once you click on that, it will not show you any option. By default, it will go out from these options. Once you are done, just click on save. Okay, just go and see now. If you have any screen like barcode, see, now it has been created. Is it right? It has generated now. Okay, so why it is giving number 2 or number 1 is nothing but there is already a module they have been used it. That's the reason it is coming up now. If you want to rename the screen name item barcode, so I can say my screen name like item barcodes. Okay, you can rename your screen name as item barcodes. Okay, once you rename the screen, if you want to, okay, just refresh this one. So you have, what you have done now, you have generated a screen, then you have renamed your screen called item barcodes. Now I'll try to go and see here whether whether that item barcode is displaying for me. No, correct? Yes or no? Hello? Hello guys, are you able to hear me?
Yes, it is displaying.
It is not displaying here, right? That is a screen I have created. It should come here on the top, but it is not coming. Is it correct? It is not coming. Why it is not coming?
We have to refresh.
No, we already refreshed it. Why it is not coming in the sense
I
for
mean,
this
close.
for this specific user, whatever the group or menu you are having it, that menu doesn't have the screen added. So if you want to add the screen, take the screen name, go to that specific. So what is the user this group is having? Is having which user? Transman. So you have to go to that specific menu configuration. You
But
have
even the other menus are not configured, right? Only we have configured the purchase order, right?
no. We are talking about. I'm currently not in that one. Okay. If I want to go to the receivers menu, you just click on go over there. Okay. Just insert the screen item barcode. Just save it. Okay. See the menu, the user I am using is something different. I'm saying the user which I have created on the name of Cenobio that has limited access. Correct?
Yeah, yeah,
Using the transfer
understood.
administrator. So if I am trying to log out now from the screen, so I have what I did. I have created a new user. I have created a new menu. I have generated a screen. I have added to one menu. So here also I will add for this menu also. Okay, let me add this menu. So it has some subsections. So I'll add in others, saying like item barcodes. Just give it and save it. Okay, so as of now we haven't seen the screen. Why? In the sense it was not added to that specific menu. Now if you go and try to see, if you are still not getting it, just if you are still not getting it, just as I told you, right, just close the screen, scroll this menu, again try to go and see barcode. If still it is not coming, just try to refresh your page again. Just refresh your page. Now you go and see barcode. Now you got the item barcode. Correct? Is it clear to everyone? Or any questions? You have any questions? Because why I want to be more clear is this is a basic that we are starting, and these are much required things when you are entering into a new implementation phase. Because this is a typical where at the time of go live or a trial go live or a UAT, where the users will be expecting different screen and they wanted to segregate it. They want to differentiate one user with the other user by creating a different accesses. So that's the reason I'm trying to explain what all these different screens are there and how do you configure them. Is it clear to you, Margarita, Cenobio, Augustine? Any questions you have? Do you have any questions?
For me, it's okay, Kumar.
Okay, for you it is okay. What do you say, Margarita?
It's okay. It's more information for now, but it's correct.
Yeah, usually why I am saying this is more important what we have been discussed is, usually when you are dealing this with clients, when you are going as an implementation consultant, you need to make sure, not in an initial phase but going forward, you need to make sure, because in Oracle, in Logfire, as I told you, you have 150 screens, but you don't need, as per the business need, you don't need all these screens. So that's the reason you will have only specific screen 20 or 30. In UI you will be using 20 or 30. In RF you are going to use it. So that's the reason you need to configure this menu, groups, users. You need to assign this. That's how you will generate the cycle and you will try to see it. And for that purpose, if you see, I have already created a menu which is of a receive user, and I have shown you how that is going to happen. Is that correct? Yes or no? You have understood, right? That's the reason I have created my own menu to show you how it works. Because Logfire by default, it comes with menus and for UI and RF, then you will confuse what is ours, what is we have been created. Don't get confused. That's the reason I have created my own thing to show you how the system will work. And it will also show you, the system will also show you different changes that you did for this menu configuration. If you click on this menu change history, it will show you how many times you try to do these changes. It will show you how many times you did these changes. Okay, and who is the user also it will show you. Oh, it is not showing a user. Oh, this is the word, modify user. So I did with this one. So that's the reason it is showing like these kind of screens are there. Okay, and the next menu, the next thing is in groups you have group. What happened? We have something called group configuration, right? Okay. Let me generate one screen.
One thing which was not clear to me is that even though you logged in as a user, right? Hello?
Yeah, please.
Even though you log in as a user, you were able to see the other menus, like when you say barcode, you were able to search, no?
Yeah, that's what this is. No, I didn't get your question, what you are trying to say.
Okay, so there were so many menus, default menus, right?
Correct.
Config, barcode, so many things, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so that is all like which the system it comes along with the product by default. So
Correct.
150 menus,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
So there, what you try to do is you try to rename. I mean, you are not creating anything a brand new menu, but you are not doing any configuration. But what you did is you took an existing menu and renamed it. Okay, it was like config item barcode. You named it as barcode.
That's fine. If you
Correct?
want, no, that is the wrong thing I'm saying. I have generated it and I have renamed it. If you see earlier, it came item barcodes in bracket number 2, correct?
Yes.
I have generated it and again I have renamed it.
So we are not reinventing to create any new screen menu. We are just extracting from the existing, correct?
Yes, that's what the application, whatever the new, whatever the application, whatever the screens are there, those screens are only we are using it. You cannot create your own screen. This is a cloud product where you are already having the existing screens. Those screens only you are going to use it. If your requirement is something, see, by default, if you go to any product, you will be having whatever the application by default provided, only you will be using it, right? If I'm not wrong, correct? Yes or no?
Yes. So actually the product which I work, right, like we have screen sets. So we could take the existing screen set and then remodify it in OTM. So I was trying to relate it here and associate that screen set to menus. Okay, so we don't have any
That's the same
new
thing. That's the same thing which we
menus.
are, no, that's the same thing which we are doing here, Vijay. You don't get confused yourself. Okay, these are different
Okay.
screens that you are having. You are configuring in that screen menu. Why I am doing a rename in the sense I want to have the screen name as per my business need.
Okay,
I just
okay,
want to
okay.
be more clear. So that's the reason I have mentioned it. Okay.
Okay, okay.
So
Sure,
that's
sure.
the
Now I am getting.
okay.
I
So
little bit got confused.
yeah, don't
Generate screen and
don't get confused. Generate screen is nothing but from the existing, what all the different, these are, when you click on this, you have these number of screens that comes from Logfire product itself, these many screens. whatever is related to my business, or whatever, let's suppose if my business is purely into only distribution and not into manufacturing. So here you have different things like work order, these all things. These all things is not required for me because these are related to manufacturing activity. Correct? So when I am not manufacturing, I don't need this screen. But by default, Oracle Logfire product is providing those screens. But if you don't want to use it, don't use it. Don't generate those screens so that those screens will not come to you.
Okay. Another question is, these are the menus, right? Like when these are the default menus, and then there is a 3-line horizontal line. So when we click on that, these menus will be associated to these screens will be associated to some of the menus over there in that
You have
triple
to
bar,
add it.
no?
You have to add it. See, I will tell you.
By default, yeah, by default, as an administrator, if you see, we get exhaustive list of menus under that horizontal bar, right?
You
Three
mean
lines.
sub menus? You're talking about sub menus?
Menus and no, there is an Oracle near that Oracle. There is a button. No, there is a three horizontal line.
Correct.
So here we get. Okay, still we are getting. Even this is. Which user are you in now?
I'm in Transmel. See, there are two ways. I'll say you one thing. If you are very good enough in searching screens, you know all those things, go with this model. Search here directly. If you are familiar.
Okay.
If you are not familiar, I'm not familiar. I'm a dumb guy. I came newly into organization. I'm searching my new things here. Okay, let's suppose, see, basically this is how your screen comes up with a plain one. Okay, see, someone, let's suppose you are a new user, you got the application access today only. Someone has created a configuration for you. You are going to access your screen. You don't know anything about Logfire. You don't know different screens. You are just learning from today. Then what all, if you click on this 3-bar button, it will display you different screens. What is there? Okay. So from that bar button, let's suppose if I am a receiving user, if I wanted to see my purchase orders, click on purchase orders. If I am a inventory, I wanted to see the inventory items, what all available, just click on items. If you want to see my waiving allocations, whatever is there, you can see it here. So this is how you will, this is the actual procedure way where you can get into the menu, because but when I am is familiarized, because it is tough for me every time go and see whether there is item barcode or not. Correct? If I have given item barcode, whether it is there or not, I need to go to each one and I need to spend just some time, because I am familiar with my product. Then I'm just trying to give item on item, whatever the things are there, it will come. You got it right? Just for my understanding, and as I have some easiness on the application, I'm using this search window. If you are not familiar with that, then go with this menu. Just slowly scroll this side. So if I is not so clear, if I want to go for item barcodes, so I'll go different way here. So where it has been configured, I go here. Okay, I'll slowly go here. Okay, I can see item barcodes here. Then what you will do? You will click on this. Then it will come the screen. That screen will come to you. Okay, it's all depends upon your easiness on the product. If you know the screens, you can directly type it and get it here. If you don't know the screens, and if you are new in the organization, or if you are new to this product, just go and search here. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, understood this. So whatever you see in this left hand side, right, that menu, sub menus and menus, so that is coming as part of the user configuration.
Standard.
Oh, standard one?
These are the standard, correct.
No, for Cenobio user,
yes, for Cenobio I have created. If you log into Cenobio, it will only show you the purchase order, correct.
That's what I wanted to ask. And moreover, see, this one is very long. If I'm a technical person, because I'm going to configure, I need to know in short. But we have 150 menus. Okay, those 150 menus are nothing but whatever you are going to see in this your admin screen. What are you going to see in your left hand side, right? When you click on that horizontal lines after the so if we need to know exactly that particular menu is linked to what menu ID. When I say ID, is nothing but whatever is like config item barcode something was there, no? So that was the ID I refer. So if I have to
I'll tell you one thing. First of all, this is purely a functional product. You don't have any backend access, which you have in OTM or EBS or some other cases. You don't have any backend details. Backend details is purely with Oracle.
so we cannot do any queries or association
No.
or anything like
That's
that.
what, no, nothing is there here. It is purely a functional product. Only Oracle people will be having the, the technical access. In my experience so far, because here you don't have a scope of that, what I can say, the technicality, because it's a cloud product. You cannot do the customizations here. Okay, so you don't have any backend, those all things here. Okay, so yeah, please.
I was trying to follow you. You cannot create your own screens, but maybe you can customize them, right?
We can customize. Yeah, we can customize the screens. Just I have renamed it, right? If you want to use this existing screens, you can. If see, there are 2 points. Let's suppose if you already have a screen, as per what is mean by a customize. Customize is nothing but you are just renaming as per your requirement. But the screen values, whatever you are saying, right? Let's suppose, see, I want to customize my screen like in such a way I don't need all these details. In the sense, you can stop them. But if you want to add any new field, that is not possible here.
Right, I understand.
Okay.
But you can
hide it. Like, let's suppose. See, this is, I don't think, like, there is no data actually in the system. We'll create the data in 1 or 2 days. I can show you at the time. You can raise this question at the time. Let me see if I can able to create any data. Yeah. Okay. Let's suppose this is an appointment. Okay. Just assume it. This is one screen. See, this screen, you can customize it as per your need, but you cannot add any new column here. Let's suppose you have 20 columns here, and if you want to add something like purchase order, let's suppose I'm saying, you cannot add it. That is not available here in Lockfire. You cannot add that kind of screen here, or that kind of option in one screen. But if you don't want to have, let's suppose, the status, you don't want to see the status, just remove it. Just see, uncheck it. That's it. Uncheck it. Just click on here. Just save it. Then you will not able to see the status. If some screen, if you want to see it, if you want to add the status, just click on status. This is only the flexibility that you have with this product. You don't have the customization is much involved. Let's suppose I don't want all these columns, but you cannot add a new column which is not there here.
Right. Good.
Okay. But if you have any such requirement, you can always raise an enhancement request to Oracle, and you can say why it is required. Is there any specific need to have a requirement? If that justification will be provided, maybe in the later release point, the Oracle will provide to you. The specific solution may be applied in your case for your client. That is available. Oracle is ready to own your problems. Okay. But as in product perspective, you cannot customize it. The only thing is, if you want to customize is nothing but in the screens only you can do it. Like I'm saying, in the screen, let's suppose appointment is there in your business terminology. As I told you, right, this is called sales order screen, order number, order screen. But in your business, you are calling, it's not an order header for me, it's a sales order, someone is called it as. Someone it is called as only order. Correct? Yes or no? So based on that, I'm just renaming that as per my requirement. So that is nothing but a modifying or customizing only, right? Correct? Or is your expectation is something different from this? Hello, Senibio?
Yes, I'm sorry, man. Yes.
Is your requirement is something other than this? Are you expecting something different?
No. That's the question. That's what I was thinking, that maybe
usually Oracle will provide lot of screens. But there could be, see, let's suppose if you consider these all things, these are the custom fields. If you want to use it, you can use it. If you don't want to use it, you cannot use it. So why to waste all this screen? In the sense, my simple suggestion is you will go and disable them. Simply you will go and disable them. I don't want to have all those things. Just go and disable them. You will remove them, so that your screen will be more appropriate what the information you will be going to get it. You got it, right? This is also, this kind of configuration is also available with Lofter. You can disable these, but you cannot add a new column
Right.
in the screen. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, is that clear?
Yeah, it's clear. Thank you.
Okay, so this is what. Hey Margarita, I'm not able to hear you anything from you. Are you following or not? Please speak.
It's okay.
No, when you say it's okay, you are just managing yourself. You're not coming out in full length. If you're not following anything, just let me know. Okay. Okay. So yeah, another thing which I forget is like permissions. If any of the groups, config. See, they have given some name like config group host, which we are not aware. So that's the reason if I wanted to change the configuration, or maybe as per my understanding, if I want to change that name, what I am doing in a sense, because I'm not very much familiar with this language. So what I'm doing in this is I can rename, like I'm saying like group configuration. I'll rename in this way. Okay, just close the screen and I'll try to enter group. Still it is not okay. Just refresh your screen. Yes, group configuration. And there is one more thing which I couldn't able to tell you, is that permissions. What is mean by a permission? If you click on the permissions, this permission is main important. Have you heard anything like viewable access and edit access, or like something like view or read only access, and something like edit access?
Yep.
Can you elaborate me when you will give view or read only, other than Vijay? Anyone? It's for Agustin, Margarita, and Cenebio.
Yes, sir.
Do you know what is mean by viewable access or read only access or edit access? Do you know that?
Yeah, I know that.
What's mean by that?
For me,
What is that? Can you explain me?
yeah, for me, basically, is the different permissions you can give to the employees. In some cases, they need just to view information. You know, in other cases, they need to modify them. Yeah, so that is what I understand.
All right, correct. What you said is 100% correct. Yeah, Vijay, you can also give your input.
Yeah, read only is just we do not have any write permissions, right? For that, they are just going to track the visibility
Correct.
from the application. That's all.
Correct. So yeah, in this case, like permissions is also more of like same. Whether you want to have read-only access, I mean, like here you need to segregate it. Let's suppose if I can say in UI, okay, I'll show you one screen to make you a better understanding. See, let's suppose this is a purchase order screen. Correct. This purchase order screen, or else like I can say appointment. Let me go to appointment screen, which has some data. Okay. See, usually appointment screen has what access now? You can add it. See the windows which we are showing here. So it is asking, it is allowing me to create. It is allowing me to copy. This is copy button you call that. This is allowing me to edit. Correct. Okay. And this is allowing me to delete also. If you want to delete, you can delete it. But what is mean by a permission here in the sense? Let's suppose for this appointment screen. Okay, let me see. First of all, the screen is there or not. Okay, this is the appointment screen. Here it is allowing me for this user. It is allowing me. So for this group, let's suppose if I'm taking this group, whether it has to give me a permission to create a purchase order or not. Oh, okay. I'll test this one because I'll log in with this user and I will try to test it, but I'll show it now. So for this specific group, if I go to the purchase order, which is a group, yeah, this is a group, right? Let me see the user which I have been assigned this group. I think it's just rechecking that whether it is Cenibio only. I'm just trying to see Cenibio. Okay, iTotal warehouse Cenibio. So for this, so Cenibio has only the purchase order screen which is enabled. So let me go and do some details on the purchase order side. Okay, let me go to the UI. In UI, you need to go to which one? Purchase order, correct? Okay. See, purchase order typically will be having add, change, and delete. These are the options. Okay. So what I am doing here in the sense, for that specific user, I don't want him to change it. Just select that. Just observe the screen. What is going to happen? Just select the screen. It automatically goes away, but it will show you on the top. Okay. See, it will show you on the top. Okay. See, once you save it, this changes will be applied for this which group? iTotal warehouse employee group. So if I want to test it, where the purchase order will come into picture? In UI, correct? So I'll log in with Cenibio user and I'll try to test it whether my permissions are working as expected or not. Is that correct? So I'm logging into Cenibio user. Okay, I'm logging into Cenibio user. By default, it is already there. So if I'm not aware, Cenibio is new to the organization, just go and click here. Okay, I have my menu here, purchase order. Just click on that. Just refresh it. See, if I want to add it, whether it is showing to me. No, right? This field is grayed out. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay, let me log out from the screen. Again, let me join to my Transmel admin user. Okay, this user is having a different group, correct? So let me go to my group, different user. But if you can see what is happening here, it is allowing you to create. Yes or no? Correct? Right?
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
It is allowing you to create it, the data. But where in case of that user which is on Cenibio, it is not allowing me to create it, because why? We have given the permissions here, and that's the reason I'm saying this is more important. This permissions is more important. That's the reason you are segregating your groups, menus, and giving the permissions. So that, see, let's suppose you create a warehouse manager. Why you will disable that option? You will not disable that option. You will enable that option. So that's why you will differentiate one user with another user, with the menu, with the group, and with the permissions. Why I am stressing more on this session today is because this will be a key thing which, while you are going for an implementation, while you are creating your users, while you are giving access to your users, this is more important. That's the reason I'm saying to you. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. For me, it's clear.
So Margarita, what about you? Augustine, what about you? You are a new guy to us. You are a guest to us today. New joining. How do you feel today? Augustine, are you there?
Agustin?
I think he's on mute.
Maybe he's mute, right?
Yeah, all right. So Vijay, is it clear to you?
Yes, clear.
right? So why I'm stretching these things? Why these 2 days we are going only with the users, menus, screens, these groups or permissions, these all things in the sense, because when you get into an implementation mode, these are only major key points, because other than this, you are doing your warehouse operations as the way you have it. Okay, this is what. And the next thing what we will see is our screen configurations. Screens, see, you have defined the screens as of now, but how your screen should behave is most in case of RF, you will be getting more things. See, there could be a case why I'm saying screens are required in the sense, these screens are required, these screens are important in RF perspective. Is it? Let's suppose there are two requirements. Usually, once you pick the item, once you receive it, when you are receiving the item, let's suppose your warehouse wants an ASN which came, or any IB shipment or purchase order which came multiple items, whether your screen has to allow multiple times receiving or one time receiving. Those all kind of options which you will enable here. Let's suppose if you talk about this, which you will enable here in this detail screen. So these are the different parameters how your screen has to work, in which model your screen has to work. Those all details comes up here. So these things we will discuss going forward as on the requirement. Okay, this is the functioning which is going to play a key role in your business when you are doing the transactions. Okay, let me give you some example before closing up today. So you got an ASN, okay, you have to receive it, and that ASN is having 3 items. Okay, whether for these 3 items you want to generate 3 different LPNs. First of all, do you know what is mean by LPN? Does
Yes.
anyone know what is mean by LPN?
Yeah, I do, Kumar. LPN means the theoretically it's license plate number, which is the label or the identifier for the container. It can be a pallet or toad or whatever, right?
Correct, 100% correct. Whatever you said is 100% correct. And LPN is nothing but it is a license plate number. You are representing the item. It is nothing but, you can call it as a, I can say, like, it can be have a group of items, it can be having one item also. An LPN can represent group of items, or as you said, it can be a carton. You will generate a label, you can paste it. You are giving some significance to a product, whether it is a group of items, whether it is a single item, that you call it as a license plate number. And why you will be using this license plate number, in the sense, you want, if you want to track the product movements in your warehouse, that's the reason you call them it as a LPN. So in simple terminology, I can say LPN is nothing but a box or a container. Not container. Again, container is nothing but, don't take it as a container in the sense big perspective, the vehicle. It's not like that. It's just a box. You consider yourself as a box. And a box can have group of items. You can represent that box with a group of items or with a single item. Correct? There could be a possibility, if you see a bigger items in a box, you can get different items in a box. Like I can say, if you go for a cool drink, um, a pet, what you call, you will getting cool drink pet bottles in one cotton box. That entire cotton box can be represented as one LPN. Or there could be sorry to take this example, there could be a whiskey bottle with one bottle, a packing with one bottle. Correct? That can be also represented as an LPN. Correct? Yes or no? Hello?
Yes, it's fine.
Yes. So that's the reason. So that is nothing but an LPN is nothing but a license plate number. In your perspective, just consider as a box. So okay, when we are getting into the screens, why I'm talking about in the sense, if you want to hold these three items into one LPN, the system will give you the access in such a way. Or if you want to hold these three items into three different LPNs is also that is possible, and that will be a part of your screen detail configuration. And how that you will be handling it, I'll tell you that. Okay, so we will go through those details. Okay, let's suppose if you want to, why I'm saying in the sense, if you go to the screen parameter, it will assume, like if you want to assume only single SKU, if you select this parameter, it will one time it will allow only you to scan one item, then it will end out the transaction, again you scan another item, you will scan the quantity, again that ends up. That's how you will be scanning each one if you want to generate each LPN. That's how the screen will be working it. I'll tell you once we are doing these things, but the screen parameters will play a very vital role when you are getting into more into the operations side, execution side. Okay, is that clear to everyone, or any questions you have for today or based upon yesterday class? Augustine, are you there? Augustine, I'm waiting for you for your update. I think he was on mute. But any questions to you? Any questions, Senebio or Margarita?
No, for me, Kumar. For me, it's fine. Everything is clear.
Margarita, you have any questions?
No, it's okay for me too.
The only question, Kumar, I have is, what is supposed that we need to understand or to do after this training?
No, I'll tell you. Not after this. Sorry, I didn't get you.
Okay. What is supposed that we need to do after we take this training? What do you have to we can do after this training?
What you can do after this training in the sense, see, you got
Yeah.
the training to do some implementation, something, right? Maybe your client may be having some implementation, correct? There could be some requirement, correct?
My question is because we need to have an idea about the knowledge of Logfire after this training. What do you think that we need to be able to do after this training?
Oh, that's the reason you are saying yes, yes, yes. You see, this training will provide you a confidence to get into the implementation. But
Okay.
as per I'm saying, if you are getting into an
Okay.
implementation, there definitely you need an Oracle support. At least one guy
Okay.
support is required from Oracle. Why I'm saying in the sense, because this product is new, even I am also new for this. There is not
Right.
many years product is this one. This is just gamely new product in Oracle, and definitely Oracle support is required. Let's suppose, see whatever the things we know, we got it. But let's suppose there is some different requirement from client. If I wanted to get the details that is not there here, whom I need to approach? I need to approach Oracle, correct? So at least I request you to have an Oracle support. But if your business operations is not that much critical, if you can able to manage it, yes, you can go ahead with an implementation. And as on required, you can get in Oracle with the support. But I'll ensure by the end of this training, you'll be having 70 to 80% of Logfire understanding, which usually I have the same understanding. I don't know more than that. Okay, even I need to trial, because I worked for a distribution industry, so I know how to use this Logfire product for the distribution industry. Maybe in your business case requirement it could be different, but I am saying by the end of this training you will get the confidence to go ahead with the Logfire. You will not be a dumb guy. Definitely you will
Okay.
suggest better with your implementation experience, with your product experience.
Thank you, Kumar.
So any questions? Any more questions? Hey, Augustine, we were waiting for you from long time.
No, I don't have any question.
Okay, that's fine.
That's okay for me.
Okay. So are you guys are following, or like do you feel like I'm a bit fast or a bit slow, or you want to tune myself? If I need to tune myself, just please let me know.
Okay. Thank you, man.
Okay. So guys, if you don't have any questions, we can wind up for today.
Okay. So tomorrow same time, right?
Yeah, tomorrow we have at the same time.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So any questions, Vijay? You have any questions?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right, then we'll catch up again tomorrow. I'll share this material to you. Unfortunately, I can you give your email IDs to me, please?
Okay.
We can also download from the Oracle site, right? The same material. I think yesterday I tried to download.
It is
The
already
same
there.
thing.
It is already there in Oracle website.
There are two materials I downloaded. It is two material. Yeah, OWMS.
Okay, but OWMS is not
And
Logfire, right?
OCWM. Logfire only. Actually, it is.
What is the version that is?
Oh, it is Oracle Warehouse Management Cloud. Okay.
So Cenebio, I got your email. Okay.
Release 8.0. That's what it says.
Uh,
June 2017.
Can you share your screen, Vijay? I'll make you as a presenter.
Sure. Small extension. See here. Just downloaded yesterday. Release 3.0. This is one. There was another one.
No, it is a WFM. Yeah, Warehouse Workforce
No.
Management.
Actually, there are two actually I have downloaded. So this is another one.
Yeah, can you
Okay,
go? Can you
user
go up?
groups.
Can you go up? I think it's a technical document. I am not sure. It's a technical document or a functional document. Scroll down. Yeah.
Okay, you can share. This is something. Yeah, parent company. Faculty.
No. I don't think it has much of the details, because if you see the pages, it is just only 26 pages.
Okay, then please do share us.
I don't think like that is a right document. I know Oracle has Oracle doesn't have any. So Cenebio, is this one cenobio.salas@itotal.cloud? Is there any .com or something, or .cloud? That's it.
No, it's okay. It's zenobio.salas@itotal dot cloud. It's fine.
.cloud. That's it only, right? Not .com or something, correct?
No.
All right, that's fine. I'll send you the details as earliest. Okay. I'll send you now. Within 20 minutes, you are going to get this document.
Okay, I share my email ID too.
Yeah, please.
I already shared. You see it?
Just 1 second, please. Yeah, Vijay Subramanian. Is it double N, Vijay?
Yes. It's double N.
Okay, so Cenebio, you can share it across to Margarita and Augustine, right? That's not an issue, correct?
Yes, I can share with them.
Okay, that's fine then. So guys, if you don't have any questions, I'll close for today. I'll close for today, and again we'll catch up tomorrow.
Thank you, Kumar.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Kumar.
Yeah, thank you, Augustine. Please make yourself available for tomorrow, please.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, bye.